To get a preview from our NBA Countdown crew. Stephen A., Big Perk, UD, led by the fabulous Malika Andrews.
Hey, friends, thank you so very much. Well, you know it's a big game and a big day when Stephen A. Smith comes dressed to kill like this. It is the first day of the NBA playoffs, and you did not come to play.
Well, we'll wait till the show begins. This does deserve an ISO shot.
Oh,
I mean, there it is.
There it is.
There it is right there. There it is right there. All right, that works.
There it
is. How y'all doing?
And that is how we start out the NBA playoffs 2025. You two know what the importance of a game one is here, UD. Can you just set the stage, how teams are feeling going into this game and the importance of that?
Well, if you're the home team, you're nervous as hell. You don't want to give up home court advantage. And if you're the road team, you're looking at it, we got 2 games just to get 1. If we can just steal 1, then we steal home court advantage.
Well, it's the first time the Los Angeles Lakers, Stephen A., have had home court advantage since LeBron James came to the Lakers. This is the pièce de résistance game that ends our day on ABC. What's going to be the key between the Lakers and the Timberwolves?
Well, I think that LeBron and Luka playing together in the postseason for the first time, we're going to see what they're doing right now. Defensively, I think that's where it really, really starts for them. We can talk about LeBron and we can talk about Luka, but when they really have thrived this year is when we've seen the Lakers collectively elevate their level of play defensively. If you're able to frustrate Minnesota and shut them down offensively, that's going to go a long way towards you having an easier path to victory.
We get it. Braun, Luka, the best players on the Lakers. The most important player is Austin Reeves, right? He's the guy that's going to move the needle because we're going to see at times in this series, LeBron James is going to be asked to do a lot, like play the center position at times. So now you have that secondary ball handler in Austin Reeves, who they trust, who, by the way, this season, they're 27-9 when he scored 20 points or more. So I'm looking at Austin Reeves. If he can have those moments in this series throughout this playoffs, then absolutely. The Lakers can make a deep run.
And also Rudy Gobert, what's going to be his impact in this series? We understand what it is in the pick and roll, but I think you made a good point. If he's not going to be a great defensive impact guy, which he can be, then hit the offensive glass. Get some extra possessions.
We are in L.A. This is Tinseltown. It's the land of stars, bright lights, big city, all of that good stuff, right? Anthony Edwards is in the house. And you got 2 preeminent stars in this league, in this world, in LeBron James and Luka Doncic. This is a phenomenal opportunity for Anthony Edwards to elevate his profile. If somehow, some way he's able to knock off those 2, that would be special.
But we still haven't mentioned the guy that's playing alongside Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle.
Yes.
Who they traded Karl Anthony Towns for.
Gotta play.
Second part of the season, been balling. He's finally found his niche with this team, right? He could be the X factor for the Minnesota Timberwolves because I'm looking and I'm saying, J.J. Redick, who's going to guard Julius Randle? It's not act like he can't go give you 20 and 10.
And Minnesota should definitely have a chip on their shoulder. The world is picking the Lakers, and what have Luka and LeBron combination done in the playoffs? Absolutely nothing.
We are going to be with you for the next 10 hours for Game 1. SportsCenter.
Basketball officially starts today with 4 games on the docket. We got 2 guys here to break it down with us, Davis Dennis Jr. and Quentin Richardson. And we're going to go through something that stands out in each one of these series, and we're going to start in the East. Bucks, Pacers, Q, we're going to go to you first here. This just got a whole lot more interesting because it sounds like we're going to see Damian Lillard at some point in this series.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the biggest pieces of news to come out of this series. But for me, I feel like with him being out and not being available for Game 1, the Pacers got to try and take advantage of this and go get that win, because without Dame Lillard, your all-star point guard, top 75 point guard, that's a window of opportunity for the Pacers to try and go out there and make the most of it and get that game.
Yeah, I'm with you, Q, which is why Milwaukee's defense is so important without Dame Lillard at the beginning of this series. This Pacers offense is on fire. They're top 10 offense in the league, and that starts and ends with Tyrese Halliburton. This team is 25-3 when he has more than 20 points this season. They have 7 players in double figures, and this Bucks defense has not been able to get more than 1 turnover from Tyrese Halliburton at all so far in this season. They have to slow this team down. They have to defend that pick and roll because they're not going to be able to outscore this team, especially with Dame Lillard out of that lineup early in this series.
Let's go to the 4-5 in the West. Nuggets, Clippers. Denver has home court, but Q, your former team, L.A., favored. What stands out in this series?
Kawhi Leonard all day long. He's been playing like an all-star MVP version of himself. He's healthy, and everybody knows if Kawhi is healthy and he's available, this is what you get. And then you combine that with the way James Harden has played. James Harden is all NBA status this year, not just All-Star. He should be on one of those 3 teams for the way he's performed. And to sum it up, man, Big Zoo in the middle. No one in the league has held Big Joker to a lower field goal percentage since he's come in the league other than Joker. I mean, other than Big Zoo. And he has a big body that can really contain and give Joker some problems if anybody can.
All right, guys, so I've been watching Back to the Future, been binging Back to the Future, exposing my son to Back to the Future, a classic, right? So we're going to get in a DeLorean right now, and we're going to go back to 2020. We're going to go back to that bubble, and we're going to talk about the Jamal Murray that we saw in that bubble, the guy who put up multiple 50-point games, the guy who had 34 points more than 10 times, the guy who came back from 3-1 against that same Clippers team where Kawhi had no answer for him. There was nothing that they could do against him defensively. That is the Jamal Murray we got to put back in the DeLorean and bring him back to 2025 because he has to show up. We don't know what his health is. He struggled the last couple games coming back, and the Clippers are going to put Chris Dunn on him the entire game, and if he's not on him, Kawhi is going to be on him. So this series is won or lost with Jamal Murray.
What's interesting is both of these two teams have played really meaningful games down the stretch, too, because it's kind of been that playoff feel for both the Clippers and the Nuggets already. If we're going to go in, is the DeLorean?
DeLorean, yeah.
All right, we're going in back in the DeLorean.
You show her the movie.
I know. I need to binge Back to the Future. Okay. If we went in the DeLorean,
to a time machine.
Right.
If we went in the DeLorean, we watched Pistons Knicks like back in the day. This would be such a gritty fight. What will we be watching in this one though? In present day, Q, what do you got?
The Knicks need to do whatever they can to contain Motorcade. Cade Cunningham has been a thorn in their side, averaging easily over 30 against them this season. I feel like if the Knicks can find out a way to slow this guy down, he's also an all-star, somebody who's looking to try and make the All-NBA team. But he is the lead dog in that kennel over there with the Pistons. They got a lot of young guys. I look for them to try and muck the game up, present their physicality, try and put their identity on the game, and make it as difficult as possible. Make it a dogfight for New York. That's what they got to go out there and do.
I'm with you, Q. This is why I've been saying that Cade Cunningham is going to be the best player in this series. A bunch of folks in New York have been attacking me for about a week for saying that. But this is why their other secondary option for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns, is the difference maker in this series. He's averaging about 24, 11, and 5 against Detroit so far in this series, shooting about 44% from 3. He has to be dominant in that paint. I know Beef Stew is down there. I know Duran is down there. Karl Anthony Towns has to dominate, not just offensively, though. They're going to be hunting him on those switches. Cade Cunningham is going to be unstoppable unless Karl Anthony Towns figures out a way how to be better defensively on the interior and in the perimeter. This has to be a Karl Anthony Towns series for the Knicks to win.
You're talking Cade, 30.8 points per game head-to-head against the Knicks this season. We're going to wrap this up with the 3-6 out west. Wolves-Lakers closes out our quadruple header today. Q, this one tips 8:30 p.m. on ABC. What stands out between Minnesota and L.A.?
Luka and LeBron, fellas. Luka and LeBron all day, every day. These are two of the biggest names in the NBA, and they're on the same team. I feel like if they go out and they play and they put their imprint on the game, Minnesota does not have enough to be able to beat the Lakers. I know they can make it difficult. They have superstar Anthony Edwards, but if Luka goes the way that he's able to go, and you have LeBron playing off of him and being